across the galaxy, the universe like this. That was a Class 1 gas giant. Totally uninteresting. But look. See? It's huge. You can, I mean, I can pan my head and sort of see the extent of it, but if you had to travel all that, it would take a long time. It's big. That's the nebula we're going for, by the way. Yep. La 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 la. So, for anyone interested in Commodore 64 game development, if you didn't know already, I've embarked on a mission to analyze an existing game. I have the complete code. Anyone can download it, by the way. I started recording yesterday, but I deleted the whole thing because it's very difficult to find a balance between learning myself and explaining. I'm pretty sure I know a couple of things, but then when I try to explain it, stuff comes out that's not correct. And I tried to edit that. The end result was ugly, so I'm glad I didn't stream it. Now it's all a learning experience, but if I spend like 20 minutes saying something, no, not 20 minutes. If I spend a couple of minutes saying something and then I discover that what I've said before isn't true, then I'm not reading any comments, by the way. Maybe I should. Let's see. Oh, yeah. That is live. That is. Okay, but no one's watching, so that's good. I'll keep the chat on, so I'll be able to see. Okay, back to the game. Nine. It's going to be something interesting here. I'm going to stop the music for a minute. Metallic. Rock. This one. Nope, it's an ice world. Metallic. This is a water world. This I'm not sure, but I'll try it. There we go. Let's go for the So this Georg Rottensteiner, he's written a couple of really good games. Guns and Ghosts, Soulless. Now he's working on Hyperion. It's amazing how some people can just sit down and write something amazing. but he gets it. So I wonder at which point in the code he. That's what I'm always looking for, you know, the secret, the thing that makes it great. Probably not going to find it, but I mean, it's a combination of the music and the graphics, but he does the coding for the, you know, for the animation. The animations are great, but he must have the guy doing the graphics must be very good. Here we go. I may have to bleed off some speed. We'll do a flyby. See, the gravity well of the planet is already grabbing us. 0 throttle now. And I'm throttling up again. I don't want to be too close. Now let's see what this is. Mind you, I'm going at 6 million meters per second. It's an icy body. I totally misread that. That's okay now. There we go. Oh, there we go. .42. That's all metallics. Yeah, that's all ice. So you get the 90,000 light seconds. We can land on these planets, by the way, with the blue halo. The landable planets. But this is not going to be very interesting. I could drive around and look for metals. Oh, I need to get gas. Which is actually a good idea, because in the inventory system I can synthesize stuff. Oh, synthesize. I can keep an eye on what I'm doing here. FSD injection, which is my frameshift drive. Ammunition. AFM. Oh, that's field maintenance unit. So if I synthesize that based on the inventory that I'm carrying, this is stuff I have: iron, nickel, carbon, sulfur. These are all metals that I've found on the surface of planets. Just a minute ago I was around this way. There's no up and down in space. But look at it. Whoa. If you're wondering, I'm using the ED head tracker. ED tracker, ed tracker. Ha ha ha. I have the one with the magnetometer in it. It's by no means recent. I think I have it. I've had it for a year now. Very happy with it. I do have to recalibrate every now and again, but I suppose that has to do with the Earth's magnetic field as well. If that shifts or changes or has a bad hair day, then my tiny little magnetometer doesn't understand what's going on anymore. Now, with every system that I enter, when I honk the system, you know, when I do this, the discovery scan, that makes me money. At least it gives me data that I can sell for money. So I'm not coming out of this without credits. But my list of detail scans is going to be very small. But there's going to be a lot of water worlds in that list. Two. Now, that's one of them is both stars. Not interested. I think one is really far away. I don't know. There. Sometimes the orbit lines will tell you where the other objects in the system are, but without orbit lines, the objects in the system are just invisible. They could be, you know, tiny specks. You could mistake one for a star in the distance. It's impossible to detect. So navigating in space is really hard. Wow. Looks like a bun. Yeah, interesting. Let's see how many. Only 12 jumps. Usually at the system that I'm pointing at, which is I can navigate no more than 1,000 light years away. So what I try to do is find a system that is as close to 1,000 light years as I can, and then hope that there are interesting landable planets there. But if they're not, then I just float in space until the next time that I feel like playing. Oh, what's this? There we go. Whoa, what's going on? Oh, had a little thinker there. I'm gonna have to look at the music, because I think it's finished. Oh, yep, it has. Okay. Let's see. What did I do now? No, that's not what I wanted. Do 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 do. Demetri. I'm gonna try something here. This is from 2009. Nope. Get out of here. Signing in. play the damn music. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Some new music coming up. Let's see. What do we got? Have we looked at the system yet? Yep, that's the bun system. Or is this a different system? Yeah, it's a different system. It looks the same as the last one. Definitely sounds a lot rougher than okay, no one's gonna watch it. Fine. Sounds a lot rougher than the last one. Dum 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 dum. This type of music is it's not really my style. I sort of miss the musical aspect. I miss melody. They don't use many chords. There's no real chord progression. I mean, if you want to feel something in music, if you want to have emotion, you're going to have to look into chord progressions and melodies and how they complement each other. Maybe the aim of this music is to not feel anything. It probably is, because it feels like that. Dum 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 dum. It's very monotonous. Dum 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 dum. It's like head banging music. Dum 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 dum. Like banging your head against the wall. That ice. Listen to that. Technically, it's very well executed. These guys are really good. How many? 9. I would totally take this music with me if I went into space. Yeah, so I'm gonna re-record my first session of the game programming series, where the main ingredient for me is learning how to keep at something, learning how to program a 64 game, Commodore 64 game. But what I didn't want to do was not interesting. What I didn't want to do was sit there and explain everything, because that's too difficult. You know, if I have to explain the binary system and what a logical operation is, and so my first video was sort of, I was focusing too much on the explaining and not enough on the learning aspect for me. So I don't know how I'm gonna approach the next one, but I'm going to try and learn myself. And if I already understand something, then, you know, I may spend a couple of words on it, but I'm not going to... It's for me to learn. And others to enjoy. Ah, look. The Demetori brothers are silent for a moment. High metal content. Same. This Waterworld, thank you very much. And music. No. Oh, music, yeah. It's only 242 light seconds away, so that's good. Another bonus. Now, what does a water world look like? This one seemed to have somewhat of an atmosphere, didn't it? We'll look at some information after we've scanned it. Now, I don't have to do anything, you know. I have an advanced... I have a detailed surface scanner. And it just operates when I get close enough. I don't press any buttons. Zero throttle. And let the gravity do the rest. Yeah, I'm pulling up here. There we go. Just wanted to pitch and roll. And get behind the planet. See if I can catch like a star rise here. We're pretty far away though, but look at it. See that? Scan it first. Oh, is it me or are there lights? Oh, that's the graphic of the a water world. Thank you. And look, we'll see the sunrise. Wait, hold on. Let me turn off the HUD here. I could go with the external camera, but look at the background here. Is that nice or what? Oh, another tiny detail here. Oh, I turned off the HUD. Let's turn off the grid lines as well. Orbit lines, yes. Turn off the HUD. There we go. Now let's see what you look like on the light side. Completely and utterly dull. You can't look through the atmosphere. Let's see what it is. Let's have a look at what it is. Turn on the HUD here. I like the orbit lines. Let's see what that thing is. That one. No object selected. Definitely. It's almost as large as Earth. 0.8 Earth masses. 0.6 gravity. 320 Kelvin. I don't know what the Celsius of that is. Kelvin to Celsius, please. 320. Oh, it's like 46 degrees Celsius. Which is warm. 391 atmospheres. Wow, you'd be crushed to death. That's why we couldn't see through the... It's argon rich, 95% nitrogen, and argon and carbon dioxide. No oxygen, so we would die. We'd need a suit. A pretty strong one. Because 400 atmospheres, I don't know. Oh. And then there's some information. Orbital period, okay, 175 days. This is what it consists of. Ice rock and metal, eccentricity, orbital inclination, arg of periapsis. What? I don't know what that is. But, you know, it's tidally locked, so... yeah, interesting. There we go. You would die on that thing. And we're not going to. You're going to get out of here. Oh. I tried to watch the Formula One the Formula One race this morning. I set the thing for record, but it didn't record. I tried to turn it on this morning. It was behaving strangely, and there was one recording of it. Was of the program before. I missed it. I missed the race. Missed the first race of the season. An A-type star. Oh, look at this. So this is like a failed star again with a gas giant orbiting it. And this is a gas giant, also a failed star, but with rings, and it has three gas giants orbiting it. That's amazing. It doesn't bring me anything extra, but this is a weird system. And this, how far is this? That doesn't say. Thank you. Nice. And weird. Let's get out of here. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Nature can be, has its own fickle way of arranging rocks and gas. $16 objects. Let's have a looky. Nah. These are all metal. Ooh. I'm obviously selecting something already. Nah. I don't think there's anything interesting. Oh, okay. Oh, I think I selected something behind the star. That's funny. Shouldn't be able to do that. It was a landable planet, though. How many jumps? 5. Almost there, guys. I've transferred some of this music to my phone so I can listen to it in the car. But the CDs I picked were the oldest, and I guess they were really heavy into heavy metal when they were starting out. Jesus, why do I have this in the car? This is pretty heavy as well, though. If you can't hear any of this, then you're gonna, you're gonna listen to me talk about music that you can't hear. But engage. How long have we been going? An hour already. Oh, holy smoke. Time flies when you're playing Elite. You see, it happened again. I selected something behind the stars. Odd. System. Let's see. That looks interesting because it has an atmosphere, but I can definitely hear water. That is odd. So I'm gonna go here. It's like a hidden little water world. Haha. Let's see. Oh, could that be the one that I selected earlier? Now this is a tiny planet, so I have to get a lot closer to be able to scan it. Commander Beat-a-Bug. Now the smaller these planets are, the smaller the gravity wells are, so the harder it is to slow down on them. But this is 70 light seconds, which is about, I think it's about Earth size. Let's see what it is. And it is... Come on. A water world. This may look a little bit more interesting. The last one was so thick in atmosphere that... Let's do the same thing. We're gonna turn off the orbit lines. We're gonna turn off the HUD because I can see the planet from here. Shouldn't do anything crazy now. I like fly into it. This resembles what it would look like if we ever did this for real. Imagine that is Earth and we're aliens. Water, atmosphere, it looks like a candidate for terraforming to me. Water world means that it has surface water. Doesn't mean that it's all water, but look. Wonder what's down there, huh? Maybe there's bears or something. How about it? What if you landed there and you saw bears and wolves and stuff? Let's see what... oh, HUD please. Let's see what it is. Ooh. 0.9 Earth masses, 6,000 kilometers, 1 G, so that's almost It's hotter. It's 410, but it's ammonia atmosphere, ammonia, nitrogen, and water. So terrestrial water world with an active water-based chemistry and carbon water-based life. The body is a candidate for terraforming. Yeah, if we could add oxygen to it. Nice. Bye world. Nice vacation spot maybe. How many more jumps? Only 4. Almost there. Oh, see, there's a couple of stars there nearby. Yeah, so 2 water worlds. Not bad. The star. Alright, yeah, okay. 22,000 light seconds. It's a long way out. Interesting. Are we done? Okay. I haven't seen a single unscoopable star, so that's very nice. Oh, orbit lines. When I first started exploring, I went to an area where there were very few scoopable stars. And I started asking around, like this obsidian ant guy. Like, how do you do that? How do you make sure you don't get lost or stuck in a spot with? And he sort of didn't understand what I was talking about. So I felt, I must be stupid. But now I know that he's just always gone towards the core and the well populated bits. But it takes some extra planning if you go out to the rim. You really have to keep track of where you've been and how far that is. And how much fuel you have. And that's where I went wrong. I just didn't make a note of the systems that I'd visited. And Elite doesn't let you look back. I mean, it will, I believe, in the next patch, but in the version that I'm running right now, there's no way of knowing which systems you visited before. Except if you save the logs, which I do. I think this is the last one? No, 2 jumps. I'm bobbing my head to the music. If you're not hearing it, sorry. You have to be hearing it. Come on. I put it at half volume. The good thing about this music is that there's no way that Google or any other party is going to recognize this. I mean, not where I am. I've used that tune for the longest time, but this, it doesn't get picked up. Which is good, it's unique music. Boop. Unique or not. This one. Waterworld, thank you. Poof. And only 1,000 light seconds away. So, music. Yep. Haha. So, another bonus Waterworld. Nice. Do, 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 do. I don't have rotation on my headset, so if I rotate my head, you don't see that. The symbol on the left here that shows a little planet is not a true representation of what we're going to see. I made that mistake before. I thought, oh, this is going to be interesting, and then what? You get to a stupid ice world, and that's just the picture they choose. All right. Nice. Let's have a look at it. Now there's going to be a time when we can land on planets like these, but not now. We can land on planets that have no atmosphere, and only then some. This looks like one with one of those thick atmospheres again. We're not going to see anything. No, it doesn't look interesting. Let's see what the actual information says. Terrestrial water world, terraforming candidate, smaller than Earth, 1 gravity, 341 Kelvin, ammonia, nitrogen, and oxygen. 1% oxygen. So if you breathe really deeply. No, we wouldn't make it. 1 jump. This is the last jump, guys. Enjoy it. Look at it. It's already starting to look pretty. We're not in the nebula yet, but certainly on the next play. Would it be nice if there was an Earth-like here? Yes, it would. There we go. Probably just a single star. Oh. No. There are planets though, but these are uninteresting ones. Just rocks. Okay. That means that we've come to the end of this stream. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna have lunch. Maybe you too. See you next time.